on how we live in Breezy Point and how different we are in Breezy Point. I met my husband Vito over 20 years ago, and he's from Westchester. His family, they live in Bensonhurst. They live differently. So I met him at a wedding, and he calls me up for a date. And he said, "Where do you live again?" I said, "Breezy Point." "Well, I'm going to Bensonhurst, so I'll come down and take you to dinner." So I said, "Well, you don't have to come to Breezy Point. I'll meet you in Bensonhurst." Because, see, if he came down to Breezy Point, he'd have to walk down Gotham Walk, and everybody's out. Not that we talk about people down here. But I decided, meet him in Bensonhurst. We have a lovely dinner. Through the course of the dinner, we're chit-chatting and said birthdays, and I said, "Oh, my birthday just passed. My niece Deborah gave me a red wagon." I said, I was just so touched. I said, they're just starting out in marriage, and he's a very generous gift, very generous. And as I said, it truly was. A couple of weeks later, he calls again, second date. Had a little eye problem. I said, "You know what, I'll pick you up in Bensonhurst again." So I drive to Bensonhurst. I have a black Pontiac. And he gets in, he says, "Oh, you have 2 cars." I said, "No, I only have 1 car." "What about the red wagon your niece gave you?" I said, "That's a radio flyer red wagon." I said, "What would you use that for?" I said, "Well, if you ever get down to Breezy." I said, "You'll see." Well, anyway, time marches on, and decided to have his mom, who was well into her 80s, and his 2 sisters down for dinner. It's February. Not the best time to have someone first come to Breezy. Parking, 208 parking lot, I go up to meet them. Freezing out. They got the full-length mink coats, they got the scarves. So they get out of the car. "Oh, this is nice. Is this where you live here?" No, we have to walk a little ways." Oh, that's okay." They got the Italian bread, they got the bakery stuff, they got wine, they're walking. "Is it much further?" "A little bit further, it's not bad. Nobody lives here. You're not afraid?" So I said, "No, it's good. Get into the house, Grandma, we had to stop a few times. Gets in the house. "Grandma, give me a coat." "No, I'll keep it on, it's cold. So she sits down and she looks around. She's got a beautiful home, beautiful home. I wouldn't live down here rent-free. See? It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. Then, another little part of my life, Fulton Walk has a progressive party one night. My husband Vito has gone to Florida. Comes back, he's reading the Pointer. He's, "Oh, there's a little article in here about the party we went to the other night." "Progressive? What progressive party?" I said, "Well, we started on Pinto's deck, and then we ended up on a Regimento's, then Gallagher's, Why don't you stay in one spot? I don't understand it. I just don't understand the way people live." He said, "You went swimming after the party? To the